Hey beautiful, welcome back to my tarot channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Roya. I'm an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. Now my dear, hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now, guys, I'm back after such a long time. Please, you guys, excuse, the very long stop on my channel. But as some of you guys may know, I have been sick for quite a long time. I think you can perhaps hear it a little bit out in my voice, but yeah, it was like a whole thing, and I really needed the time to get better and take care of my health. But now, today, I am feeling much better. I'm not 100% healthy, but I feel much better and I can do stuff. And most importantly, I can connect with you guys and I can do readings for you. So I am so, so happy and grateful to be back. And I have missed you guys so, so much. I think this has been the longest actually, in which I have been away or I haven't recorded any readings for you. So it's almost a month, I believe. So yeah, very grateful to be here. And I thought I would come back with a great reading for you guys, one that you guys enjoy a lot. And this is gonna be Who Will You Marry? Who's Your Future Spouse? A 3+hour version. So this is gonna be very, very detailed. For every and each pile, I'm gonna do a 1+hour reading, and we're gonna go through different categories for you guys, and we're gonna look into the archetype that your future spouse is in right now. It doesn't matter if you have met them or not, but let's look into what's happening with their energy, what you need to know. Of course, we're also going to look into, generally speaking, who they are, their personality. Also, I would like to get some information about your guys' relationship, and also another thing I would like my dear to look into how they would describe you to others. I think that's also very interesting. Now, at the end of every single reading, I'm also going to create a space for a candle wax reading in which any message which is meant for you to know is welcome. So I'm going to keep the space pretty open. And yeah, just setting the intention for you and your future spouse, and any message is welcomed. Now, my dear, as always, I have 3 piles you can choose from. This is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. As always, my dear, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comments section. And as always, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading. It's not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal 1, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? What do you need to know about this person? The first thing, my dear, as always, I would like to do is I would like to get you guys one archetype card to see what archetype this person is embodying right now. So it doesn't matter whether you have met this person or not. We're gonna look into their energy and see, what's going on with them. Let's see. For my beautiful pile 1, let's get you, or better, your future spouse, to be more specific, an archetype card. Let's see. many? Only one, please. Only one. All right, so, and we have the judge. Interesting, and it says balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution. I can't talk. Distribution of power. All right, okay. All right, pal one. The first thing I would like to say regarding your future spouse is that, and especially the energy they're in right now, I truly feel like your future spouse right now is super duper focused on their career. Excuse me, my dear. I truly feel like this person right now is putting a lot of energy into it. Maybe they're going in, like through a phase in their life in which their career is occupying them or keeping them extra busy. Maybe it's a very good time, let's say, where the sales are going great or where they have a lot of clients, that kind of energy. It just seems like, yeah, there is a lot going on, and this person is definitely greatly occupied, but not in a negative kind of way. I mean, of course, when there are a lot of clients, it also means there is a lot of money coming in, right? And I feel like, yeah, this person could even right now experience a gain in their finances. By the way, I know this is the judge archetype, but that doesn't mean your future spouse is a judge or so. It doesn't matter what their work is. This is just a representation, but I truly feel like whatever work field this person is in, they're definitely right now, yeah, creating something very exciting, I would say, for themselves, because I feel like there is an opportunity coming towards your future spouse actually from all this hard work. Maybe they are gathering a lot of like information, or they're getting more experienced, and these things are going to help them a lot with going to the next level soon. It just seems like this person is about to level up, and I would say when it comes to this person's career, the energy actually feels very promising. In fact, when we look at this person's life, it could be the case that the area of career is the one that this person has the most trust in, or how should I, well, trust, is that the right word? I would say seems the most promising. Let me put it that way, yeah. It just seems like the way their career is going, things are looking good. I also feel like your future spouse has definitely right now certain goals in their mind regarding maybe a position or where exactly they want to level up in. So, for example, let's just say, it doesn't have to resonate, of course, but let's just say someone watching, their future spouse is right now a worker and they want to become like the boss or the CEO, like whatever it may be. It's kind of like leveling up in position. That's definitely something on their mind. And I mean, I can say that they're working very, very hard towards it. And definitely where there's such determination and hard work, there is a love movement as well. And I see that your future spouse is definitely moving towards a direction in which they want to go. This person, they truly know exactly, my dear, what it is that they want in their field, in their career, and they're heading exactly towards that. This is not someone who, and I'm specifically talking here about the area of their career, okay? It's coming through very specific. This is not someone who's very spontaneous, for example, when it comes to those decisions in their work and their job, or they're not really going with the flow when it comes to their work. It has to be figured out, it has to be planned out, and stuff like that. They like to be in control when it comes to their career, when it comes to their work, and yeah, it's just the way they like to do it, and it has worked out for them, and it's still working out for them. And I know I already said this, but it's just incredible, honestly, in their energy, how determined this individual really is. Very often people may have a vision, but then may come short when it comes to the action, right? Taking action. And I truly feel like when it comes to your future spouse, something that's very interesting about them is they know that a vision without action is just a thought. But we really have to also put in the energy that comes in the form of taking action or going towards a certain direction, and this person is not scared to do so, and they're definitely also very excited about it. I don't feel like this person is doing a job or a career right now that they absolutely hate. mm, I mean, even if it's not their favorite job in the world or their dream job, there is this purpose in it. And the purpose gives this person meaning, and it gives them a lot of, yeah, energy. It gives them a lot of motivation to stay determined. It just seems like this person is not doing something which feels empty, but something that there is an excitement in here. This is also a very fair individual. That's another thing I would like to mention. And I do feel like this is also outside of their workspace. So, for example, within their work, they are perhaps a very fair colleague, or, if they one day, let's just say, come in a position in which they have quite a lot of power on others, then I truly feel like this is, for example, a fair boss or someone who, yeah, who's very, I'm hearing justice oriented. But let me explain what is meant by this. I truly feel like a fair player. I'm also hearing a team player. Yeah, as I said, this interesting. And just generally speaking, someone who truly, I'm hearing, wants the best for everyone. So they see themselves also in, another worker. So it's not like they think I'm up here and you're down there. So no, that's not how they think. They really think about um, the well-being of the whole team, of the whole company, of the whole space. It's it's a teamwork, and this person truly could also have a great leadership quality about them. Sometimes certain, yeah, people get born and they're just this natural leaders, right? And maybe you have come across a person before who has given you this kind of impression that, wow, like this is someone who truly knows how to go about something, someone who maybe even people feel, drawn towards and have a lot of trust in, and their decision making, and their knowledge and their wisdom. And it just seems like this person also has this, I would say, charisma about them as well. For some of you guys, this person could wear a uniform. That's another thing I'm getting. Interesting. So, if you remember, I talked about the fact that This person seems to be very determined, and they definitely have certain goals. They want to level up, they want to go to the next level, but it's not coming from a like power hungry kind of greedy place. It's truly coming from a place in which they want to yeah, they want to go for their potential. They want to do the best, and this person truly can influence a lot of people with their work. And I want to say that, and this is just my humble opinion, but a leadership position would really suit this person, truly. It's kind of like this is the kind of individual who can balance out, you know, the rational, the professionalism, but also the compassionate and empathic energy, which of course sometimes, you need to have both, depending, of course, on the profession. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing this person truly embodying, and that's also what makes them stand out. Another message, my dear pile one I have here regarding your future spouse is there's something about a natural talent that they have. So, no matter what area of life they're working in, I truly feel like in their work, there's something that they are naturally really good at. Maybe a skill that they did not learn or study for or got trained for, but something that really comes natural to them. I mean, for example, let's go back to the leadership quality, right? Hey, maybe it's that, maybe they just are, as I said, a natural born leader, and where other people may have to take some training to really understand it, to build their charisma and stuff like that. This person just, they just have what it takes, is what I'm hearing. So that's interesting. When you meet this person, even you may feel like literally feel what I'm talking about right now. Maybe you're watching this and you're just like how is that supposed to be like, I don't understand. But when you're going to meet this person, of course, if you haven't, for some, maybe you already have. But when you are in their presence, you will understand. Their energy is truly very impressive, I'm hearing. Very dominant as well. And this has nothing to do with their gender, this is just their energy. And also very charming. I'm also hearing the sides of, okay, I'm getting a lot a lot of messages coming through here, but yeah, all in all, what I can already say for you guys with just this one card coming through is that your future spouse is truly building something very beautiful for themselves when it comes to their career. And they're motivated, they are inspired, determined, they have a plan, and they're going for it. And yeah, this person is incredible, honestly. Okay, I think this is all. Yeah, that's all. Oh, okay, another thing, by the way, just this one more question, not question, message that I received. I feel like, my dear pal one, another thing I would like to share is that your future spouse is not sensitive to criticism. um they're actually, like, they have an open ear for it. Like, they are very eager to hear all these like criticism, because this person truly sees it from a place of learning. If someone reaches out to them, for example, telling them, well, maybe this project, you could do it better when you do this and that, or maybe something totally different, whatever it may be, this person truly listens. And they don't, I'm hearing, okay, Listen closely. I'm hearing that they don't allow their ego to come in the way of their success. They're very eager to learn. All right? All right, now let's dive a little bit more into the topic. By the way, let me take a sip of my tea. 1 second, you guys. All right, now let's continue. Now, my dear, I would like to look into your future spouse's personality some more, or anything else you need to know about who this person is. Let's see. By the way, if you haven't, I also invite you to get yourself something to drink or something to eat because, of course, these kind of readings are a little bit longer. So make sure that you are cozy, comfortable, and yeah, you're eating something delicious. Okay. So we have the Eight of Swords. We have the interesting, the Six of Cups, the Ten of Cups. My goodness. Four of Wands, the Seven of Swords, Eight of Wands. Ooh, too many. I'm just gonna take this one here because it was just one that turned over. We have the Ten of Wands, all right, and we have the Ace of Pentacles for you guys. At the back of the deck, we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, the first thing, my dear pal one, yeah, I would like to start with here is, and this is actually the first message even that I got for you. Listen closely. I heard that okay, it's very, very difficult to manipulate this person because they're gonna see right through it. I feel like your future spouse is someone who has come across a lot of different people throughout their whole life, you know. It doesn't matter how old this person is, it has nothing to do with their age. But when we look into their experience, you know, they have definitely seen and maybe even come across a lot of different people with a lot of different like personalities. You know, I'm hearing like huge diversity of personalities that this person has met. And one thing I would like to say is they have seen the good and the bad. And this person, for example, may have come across a lot of narcissists or liars, manipulators, and stuff like that, you know. And I want to say that if they don't, like, if it has nothing to do with, like, their work, if it's more so about their personal life, this person, they can read these kind of people very, very well. You know, it's so interesting because, in my mind's eye, like, I saw someone kind of trying to, yeah, deceive someone else, thinking that, you know, they fell for their like game, but actually the other person was just, you know, just playing the game. but they were aware what was happening, and in the end, yeah, they were able to kind of okay, that's interesting. I'm hearing turn the game in their favor. So this is interesting. I feel like this person, unfortunately, may have come across people who try to take advantage of them, but yeah, they saw through it, and they turned things, around. And let me see. Yeah, I'm hearing cut those people off very, very fast. I feel like your future spouse, my dear Palawan, if we come back to the previous messages I shared with you guys, someone who's very compassionate, empathetic, and also very fair and stuff like that, right? Sometimes people who have bad intentions, when they see people who are compassionate, they may feel like, yeah, I can just, play something, and then this person, I can take advantage of them because they're gonna feel bad for me or pity me or whatever. But with this person, like your future spouse, they truly understand. Um, I'm hearing genuine energy when someone approaches them with like a real situation or with negative intentions. This is interesting because the energies are emphasizing this message quite a lot. So, this person could have gone through a very major experience in their life that just has shaped them a lot. Maybe a betrayal, maybe a very toxic or narcissistic person that was in their life. And yeah, I taught them a lot about um, human beings, or maybe even the negative side of human nature. But what I find very interesting is that this is someone who feels, excuse me, this is someone who feels very protective of those who, um, I'm hearing very specific, who are innocent, whether it's animals, whether it's children, whether it's just innocent people in general, beings. It just seems like, sometimes, okay, this is interesting. Sometimes people who are in some kind of power, they take advantage of it, right? And they like to, um, yeah, put people down with this power that they have. But then there are people who, yeah, have maybe a lot of power, but they know how to use it. And most importantly, they understand that with great power comes great responsibility, and that honestly, such a beautiful thing when you can take the power and do great things for people who may not be that powerful, or maybe, yeah, are just not in this kind of situation in which, they have so much opportunity, right? And the second thing is definitely your future spouse here. As much as your future spouse can read people and understand when someone is very deceitful, at the same time, they see genuine hearts, and they're very eager to help those who may unfortunately not be in a very great situation. So, this is interesting. It's kind of like this person has seen the evil of life, and they want to be the helper, like the helper of the good people. This is how I would describe it. And yes, definitely also with the judge archetype coming through. For some of you guys, not everyone, but it could even be the case that this purpose that they have, regarding helping people is somehow related to their career, in fact. Another thing I would like to say, this is someone who, as we have said, right, is very action oriented, but I would like to say something about the speed as well, because the way the energies are coming through, with the Knight of Swords, with the Eight of Wands and stuff like that, it seems like this person is very fast when taking action or moving towards a certain direction. They're really going for it. They are coming with speedy energy, and this is just who they are. It's just part of their personality. When this person does something, they do it quickly, or they go towards it very quickly. Not someone who wastes a lot of time. They like to take action, and yeah, that's it. They really like to, I'm hearing, take advantage of the time, because sometimes we may think we have time, but actually we don't, and then we may regret not doing something faster or sooner, whatever the situation may be. With your future spouse, they definitely understand how important it is to yeah, really keep your eyes on the clock, keep your eyes on the time. And this is not just regarding, certain, let's just say, projects that need to be done by the deadline, for example. No, this is like, generally speaking, also looking at, well, life, right? Because life comes with cycles, and very often we think one life phase, it's still, we have time, but then we see, oh my goodness, when did time go? Like, it's incredible how fast sometimes life can just go by, right? And I truly feel like this is someone who understands that, how precious every single moment truly is. Interesting, as I said this, I heard, because there is an opportunity in every single moment. The way the energies have come through so far, right? I mean, this individual seems to be very empowered, um, very strong, confident, and all that, right? But I want to say that the way the energies are coming through, it has not always been this way. This person has worked very hard on themselves, and in fact, there was a time in which they felt like, a little bit maybe stuck, or the stagnation energy present, or very burdened, and it was just so difficult to move, ahead. This person knows these kind of scenarios just very, very well. And I feel like because of those situations, they understand how precious it is when we actually, um, yeah, are free, free to do. That's so important that we actually take advantage of the opportunities that we have. I'm hearing very often we think we don't have opportunities, but we have more than we think. Interesting, so maybe this is something this person says or has said before. Another thing I would like to say for you, my dear pal one, I know this is a future spouse reading, right? But even if it wasn't, I would definitely say that this is someone who wants to get married. This is someone who sees marriage, or maybe a commitment. Of course, take it how it resonates, right? Maybe some of you guys are watching this However, you don't want to actually get married, but you're looking for a long-term connection, right? So this can also apply for you guys, but I truly feel like this is someone who's looking for a very serious commitment, a serious relationship, and yeah, that's just what they want. This is someone who needs security, whether it's a secure job, whether it's a secure life or a secure relationship. They want this. Security is so, so important to them. And yeah, you're gonna see this, in this person's, I'm hearing decision making as well. Someone who, as I said, right, not so much maybe spontaneous, but more so very well planned and stuff like that. So this is interesting. I wonder how you are. Maybe you are the same, or maybe you are totally different. You are more so the spontaneous kind of person. However it's gonna apply, I truly feel like, yeah, you also want commitment. I mean, you're watching this, right? So you want marriage or a long-term relationship. So you and your future spouse, even if you are a little bit difficult, not difficult, different, in certain areas of your life, when it comes to what it is that you want in a relationship, you're actually pretty similar. Now, my dear, let's go to the next category or question we want to look into, which is, let's get a little bit more information about your guys' relationship. So I would like to use this tarot deck. All right, so let's see, my dear. What do you need to know about your guys' relationship? For my beautiful pile, 1, your future spouse and your relationship. Let's see. Ooh. The first card we have is the Ten of Wands, again in the reverse. Interesting. The Ace of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, let's see, oh my goodness, these two cards turned over, and we have 3 tens, you guys. The Ten of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, the Hermit. All right. We have the World card. Okay. The Hierophant. Let me make sure all the cards. Yeah, okay. One last card. And we have the Magician. Okay, okay. At the back of the deck, the Two of Wands. So, my dear, let's see. What do you need to know about the relationship between you and your future spouse? The first thing, my dear, I would like to say, and this is a message that I'm receiving so strongly, like when people give each other like their wedding vows and stuff, right? And they say like through I don't know what the exact things are, but they say something like through good and bad times, health and sickness and stuff like that. This is literally the kind of energy. This is your relationship. You are here and you are together through the good, through the bad, whatever it is. You guys are holding together and you are a team. And it's just so beautiful to see, because I see that you are there for each other when things are great, when there's a lot to celebrate, when there's good energy, high vibrations, and at the same time, you're also there for each other when things may feel a little bit heavy, when there is a confusion, when there is, stagnation, low vibration, whatever it may be. You guys are truly here having each other's back, and this is something so so rare, you guys, honestly, especially nowadays, in which people are so quick to just throw everything away, right? Because the kind of way dating is nowadays, right, through online and all that, there is like so much options, and people don't want to fight anymore that much, because like fight for their relationships and stuff like that, because they think, well, I can just have another one, right? But those relationship which, yeah, in which people truly want to I'm hearing, do their best, right? And through thin and thick and stuff like that, this is something very rare. And this is the kind of energy or the kind of relationship that I see you guys here embodying. So what I can say, my dear pile one, if you are looking for someone who is truly gonna stick beside you when things are difficult, maybe for some of you guys, you have been in previous relationships before, and unfortunately, maybe those like previous partners, they were there when everything was going well, when everything was good, but when things got a little bit, yeah, more difficult, they just run away, and if you maybe sometimes think about that and ask yourself whether there are people out there who truly actually want to be in a relationship, and I mean like all of it, because relationships are not just one dimensional. It's not just about the good things, about the, we're living in a duality. So the bad is just as, yeah, just as much a part of life as the good is, and vice versa, right? So it's the same with relationships. And what I'm seeing here is that you have truly, like, you have someone here that understands that as well. And not only that, but wants to work with you through all the things, whether it's good or bad, they're beside you. Excuse me, my dear. I'm drinking some water. All right. Another thing I would like to say regarding your guys' relationship is, it seems like community is a pretty big part of it. Or it could be the case that either you or your future spouse, maybe you have a lot of people that you care about, loved ones, maybe a big family or love friends. It just seems like you guys are surrounded by a lot of loving, and I'm hearing family, friends kind of energy, which is very beautiful, very sweet. It just seems like you guys are supported, by your loved ones. And not only that, but I see that you guys are the kind of couple who may host, a lot of gatherings at their place, or yeah, I'm hearing host a lot of celebrations, parties, just like to gather everyone around. Not to say that you guys don't like your privacy. Of course, you guys also want to have your own time and enjoy just the two of us, the two of you. Excuse me, the two of you, right? But still, I feel like you guys also, of course, want to share lovely memories with your loved ones. And I truly feel like the way it's coming through, my dear pile one, you will actually get along very, very well with your future spouse's inner circle, and they will also get very, yeah, very, I'm hearing very well with your inner circle as well. It's kind of like a great match when it comes to your guys' friends and families. They're gonna get along. Yeah, I see a lot of laughing, a lot of joy, dances, singing, even like games. Sometimes, for example, children come together and they play certain games. Like, I see all of it. These could definitely be your families here. This is actually such a sweet energy because it's not only very homey, but it's truly full of love. And I mean, look at that. You have the Ten of Pentacles right next to the Ten of Cups, and I mean, that's something, right? Both cards and then right next to each other in a spread. Very, very interesting. And both cards can symbolize a certain, yeah, fulfillment, especially, of course, the Ten of Cups. But it just seems like you guys have a very colorful life because of the beautiful relationships that you have with others, and of course also with yourself, and with each other, and it's influencing your guys' relationship beautifully as well. I truly feel like, my dear Palwan, this is a relationship with a lot of potential. A lot of potential. So, for example, if you guys want to, let's just say, have children together, and of course, take it how it resonates. But if someone is watching this and this resonates with them, then there is definitely the potential in here. Or if there's something else you guys would like to do together, it just seems like a very abundant, yeah, that's a great word to use, a very abundant relationship. So, if you remember, we also talked about the fact that security is very important for your future spouse, right? And what I also find very interesting is that this is also a very secure relationship. And not only that, but it's the kind of relationship in which you guys trust each other. And of course, I mean, trust has it has to be a part of a relationship. I mean, if trust is not there, then it's not going to be a good functioning relationship, right? We all know that, but still, there are unfortunately a lot of relationships out there in which people are together but they're not trusting each other, which is, of course, a great start for problems, right? And coming back to this reading and this energy, yeah, trust is very important, and trust is a huge part of your guys' relationship as well. And it's definitely a very courageous thing, trusting someone, right? Especially someone who just yesterday, maybe was a stranger, and today you want to trust them with your heart, or literally, like, also with your life, right? I mean, that's such a huge thing. But I truly feel like, my dear pile one, if you have met this person already, you may know exactly what I'm talking about. For those who have met them, you will understand what I'm hearing when you meet this person. But it's just so easy to trust them. And it's not only about it being easy, but it feels right. And vice versa, it's also the same with them. They just know they can trust you, and you know you can trust them. And your relationship truly speaks for itself, you know? It's very, yeah. I'm hearing it's a very refreshing relationship. Another thing, my dear, you and this person, I see you guys going on a lot of different adventures together. Now, I don't know whether you are a very adventurous person or whether you are not a like at all like an adventurous person, but still that's what I'm seeing you guys actually doing. So it could be the case that your future spouse either gonna support, you know, your nature and just this incredible adventurous person that you are, or they may bring you out of your shell a little bit and show you sides to the world that maybe you haven't really dived into yet, like that. And I see a lot of, I'm hearing moving around, but like, I think what's meant here is like traveling, you know? You may see a lot of different places, eat a lot of different food and stuff like that. And it seems very exciting, you know? It seems like this is the kind of relationship in which you're gonna truly expand your horizon, and you're gonna see a lot of different sides to the world, to life, to yourself, to in other people as well, you know. I really like this dynamic, you know. I like the energy that you're embodying. I like the energy that your future spouse is embodying. It seems very compatible. It seems like you guys are understanding each other, even if you are a little bit different from each other. Or, of course, I mean, you're not the same person, right? And you should not be the same person. You don't have to be the same person. Um, but there is still this great connection. Let me see. Okay, this is something very specific, but I'm seeing a garden with like fairy lights. It seems like maybe it's gonna be you guys' place, and maybe you guys are gonna host these kind of very sweet like summer dinners outside in your garden with like this romantic kind of vibe to it, natural, you know, nature and stuff like that. Fairy lights, magical energy. Um, this is so specific, but this is something I'm seeing. Maybe it's yeah, maybe it means something to someone, but this is the kind of cozy energy I'm talking about here. Yeah, it could be the case that your home with your future spouse is gonna be one that, yeah, it's gonna be very, very sweet, very cozy, very welcoming, is also what I'm hearing, and full of love. Yeah, definitely. Love is a huge thing here. Another thing, my dear Palawan, your future spouse will make you laugh a lot. Maybe you're gonna like your future spouse's sense of humor a lot, or maybe they just know what to say to bring out a certain like positive reactions out of you, you know, smiling, laughing, and stuff like that. Very positive energy. Yeah, this is all I'm getting so far. Now, my dear, I would like to continue and let's go and let's see how would your future spouse describe you to others. And you can feel free to yeah, put something into your mind, such as, let's just say, how would they describe you to their family or to their friends or to their colleague, set an intention. And yeah, let's look into it. So, how would they describe you to those people that you're thinking about? How would they describe you to others? Oh my goodness. Let's see. All right, so the first card we have is the Page of Swords. We also have the Temperance card. All right. Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. All right, okay. And at the back of the deck, we have the Fool card. All right, so my dear Pal1, what else do you need to know about your future spouse, about you, and most importantly, about how they would describe you to others? Let me make sure. I feel like it's not straight. 1 second. Because I cannot really see it from here. Okay, let me make sure. All right, I think that's better in the camera. All right. So, let me see. All right. Okay. This is sweet. Excuse me. The first thing, my dear pal one, your future spouse would say, or how they would describe you, is I'm hearing they would describe you as their peace. They would describe you as their. Oh, this is very sweet. I'm hearing as the person that has come into their life as an earth angel, I definitely feel like, my dear pal one, there is no doubt about the fact that your future spouse, they think very highly of you, all right, first of all. And another thing, I also feel like this person, they see your kind heart. If you remember, in the beginning of the reading, I talked about the fact that your future spouse is someone who, they're very good at like reading people, right? So they are very quick when it comes to seeing through deceitful people, but also they can see genuine energy. They can see a good heart when they see it. And this is the kind of energy I'm also seeing for you guys here, because you are this incredible, kind, and great heart, and your future spouse sees it. And if they yeah, had to describe you, they would definitely speak about your incredible heart and your incredible, yeah, nature, and how precious you truly are to them. I feel like they would truly start with a very emotional approach when it comes to how they would describe you. They would definitely let the other person know how much they love you, how much they care about you, you know, like the emotional attachment to you. It's definitely coming through very strongly. Like they wouldn't start off with, for example, you are a very hardworking person, you are a very, I don't know, a very smart person. I mean, you may be all these things, but what I mean is that it seems like the way they describe you is much more emotional, you know? They focus more so on, yeah, on the heart, on your heart. Wow, I'm hearing they focus on your beautiful and big heart. Oh my goodness. Another thing, my dear pile one. Okay, this is interesting. Another thing your future spouse would say, how they would describe you is they would describe you as someone who, like, they put your opinion on a very high pedestal. Like, for them, your opinion means a lot to them. It truly does. And what I also find very interesting is that your future spouse would say that with you, they could, yeah, they can trust in your honesty is what I'm hearing. You could be a very honest person, or maybe um, you are a very transparent person. You know, if you're gonna feel a certain way regarding something, you let it be known, right? Like you don't hold back, or especially, I mean, of course, in connections like this, right? Honesty is also very important to make sure that no misunderstandings happen and stuff like that, right? And this person would also say that, yeah, this honesty that you have is one that they are very grateful for. And speaking of that, my dear, they would also describe you as someone who's a great communicator. For some of you, not for everyone, for some, it seems like this person would also describe you as very like youthful in your energy. Maybe it has something to do with your age, but even if it is not, as I said, I mean, youthful energy is really all about that. It's about the energy, right? I mean, sometimes we can meet people of all kinds of ages and just their energy, it's just, yeah, it's so incredible. Like, it's so youthful. And this is the kind of energy I'm seeing here as well. So it doesn't matter how old you are, but they would definitely describe you as having a very youthful vibe to you or energy to you is another thing. I'm also hearing you have brought lightness into their life. This is interesting. What is that supposed to mean? For some of you guys, maybe you are healers, or maybe you have this very healing energy about you, even. And it's kind of like when you entered this person's life, you brought this healing energy and you brought this into their space, you know? Well, this is very interesting. I truly feel like, I mean, no matter whether you have met this person already or not, let me tell you that you will have a very, very positive influence on your future spouse and on their life. And that's what they would say to other people, and they would also, I'm hearing very clearly, say how grateful, how truly grateful they are for having you in their life. Wow, this is so sweet. Pal 1, I love this energy so, so much. Now, I would like to start with your candle wax reading. However, I have to get your bowl, so I will be right back. Hey Palawan, I am back. So let's start with your candle wax reading. I have your candle right here, so let's start. Let's start. All right, so as always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment and then let's see what additional messages we have for you regarding the question who you will marry, who your future spouse is. But remember, I only set this intention for you and your future spouse's energy, so whatever message is meant for you guys is welcomed. Any area of your guys' life, let's see, what do you need to know? Oh, yeah, the first thing, my dear, I'm seeing so clearly. Well, this I feel like today's energy was very romantic actually. But the first thing I'm seeing here is, yeah, very simply, you guys' love. I see the love you guys have for each other. I truly feel like, my dear Padawan, for some of you guys, of course, take it how it resonates, and this is something I always say because I know not everyone may believe in it. So see how it works out for you. But I truly feel like for some, you could even experience something such as love at first sight with your future spouse. And what I also find very, very interesting as well is that the love that you have for each other is so strong, and people, they see it, it's kind of like it's written all over you, it's written all over your future spouse, and also the way you speak about each other, the things you do. You're in love. You truly are in love. And this is so beautiful because you truly will marry someone that you really love. A love marriage. Also, my dear, excuse me, I feel like there's gonna be. Okay, this is interesting. Oh my goodness. Um, as I said, I feel like there is gonna be a period, and this could be perhaps even the dating phase of you guys, but it just seems like the time is going very, very fast, and you will not even understand how quickly that phase in your guys' relationship is gonna finish. So enjoy it. For example, enjoy the dating phase because it may feel like going past very, very fast. And what I also find very interesting is that I truly feel like, my dear Pile One, there is something about your guys' relationship which seems very unexpected. So it could either be the meeting, like the actual meeting, of course, for those of you guys who haven't met this person yet. But I truly feel like it could be very, yeah, unexpected. So maybe when it comes to the day, when it comes to the place, I mean, you did not expect to meet someone like a potential, romantic partner or, of course, a spouse. It's definitely something that you did not expect to happen. And yeah, it's actually very sweet. But I feel like there is a little shock to it, It's kind of like you did not see it coming at all. I mean, in that particular day or time. So even if you think you are prepared or you may still be surprised. That's all I'm gonna say. I feel like celebration, and we already saw this also within the previous messages, right? In the tarot reading, we also already saw this element of celebration coming through. But even the way the energies are coming through now, I feel like, my dear Pile One, celebration is a huge part of your guys's dynamic as well. You want to uplift each other, you want to share great frequency and energy with each other. And yeah, it just seems like you and your future spouse, both of you guys, will dance a lot, even if it's just like in private, but you're quite active. I see a lot of scenarios in which you guys listen to music, and you may just be in your guys' living room, but you're dancing, and yeah, you're just having fun. Maybe for some of you guys, oh my goodness, excuse me. Maybe for some of you guys, it's also part of your culture, even. But even if it's not, still, it's gonna be. I'm hearing it's gonna be your little thing, to celebrate this relationship, to celebrate each other. This is so sweet. I want to say that truly, Pile One, the way all the energies and all the messages have come throughout the whole reading so far, this is truly a connection full of love and full of high vibration. So, yeah, you're truly blessed. And I truly feel like this is the kind of relationship in which you're not even gonna bother anymore with like previous relationships and all that once you enter this one here, because it doesn't matter anymore. There is this beautiful cut between the past and the present when you step into this relationship. And I'm hearing closure, and I'm also hearing let the past be the past. So for some of you guys, if you sometimes struggle a little bit with moving on, I truly feel like in this energy, in this relationship, it's not going to be that difficult for you, because you have such a great thing happening to you, such a great relationship that it doesn't even matter anymore what happened in the past, because you have such a precious thing in front of you. You're not going to look behind anymore. You only look ahead. I'm hearing on the things that matter, on the things that you're going to prioritize, and this relationship is going to be a priority to you. this relationship is truly gonna allow you to embark on a new journey, to start a new chapter, to just start a new story. And it's beautiful because sometimes we need those new beginnings, right? We need those, yeah, situations in which we can just leave the old behind and just go on a new journey, because a life comes in different cycles and changes also a part of life. And what I'm seeing for you, my dear pal one, is that this relationship, which, yeah, it will bring you this new beginning that a lot of you guys may need or even crave. Yeah, a refreshing new energy. Yeah. So, my dear pile one, this is all I have for you guys for today. Now, this was a very long reading, but okay, if you would like to claim this energy, this reading, let's go with a moon emoji. Drop a moon emoji in the comment section below if you would like to claim this energy for yourself. As always, my dear, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload a new pack card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal one, take care, my dear. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry, who's your future spouse. First of all, my dear, as you may know, I'm still a little bit sick, so I may cough a few times during the reading, so please excuse that. First of all, my dear, I would like to start off with an archetype card for your future spouse to see right now what archetype they're embodying, what's happening in their life, what's happening with their energy. Let's look into that. And also, it doesn't matter whether you have met this person or not, this is for all of you guys. So, let's see. For my beautiful pal 2, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? Let's start with their archetype right now, what's happening in their life. All right. And we have the mystic archetype, and it says, revels in intimate union with the divine. This is interesting because this card, when I'm looking into its energy, and this is kind of like the vibe it always gives me, it's so deeply connected to the spirit realm, it's kind of like a lot of trust in this card. And the first thing I would like to say is, I really feel like your future spouse right now, whether you have met them or not, they are going through a time in their life which is very significant for their own, I would say, development, but even for their spiritual journey. So, for example, let's just say before this person came onto earth, their higher self chose to have certain experiences to grow from as a, like, on a soul level. And I really feel like your future spouse right now is going through one of those experiences which allow them to grow spiritually. Wow, this is this is pretty major. So this is not, for example, your future spouse being occupied with work right now. No, there is something very significant happening with them. I feel like your future spouse is someone who is very deeply connected to their spirit guides. This is someone who has spirit guides. They have always been guided. they have a lot of support coming from the, like, yeah, energy realm, like spirit realm. A lot of energies really supporting them on their journey, and it's very fascinating because I am not getting whether your future spouse is spiritual or whether they are aware of the fact that they have a spirit guides, and they are supporting them, guiding them, and so on. That's not what's coming through here. So, for some, maybe they are aware of it. For others, maybe they are just slowly coming in understanding that, But I truly feel like this person right now is going through a very highly significant spiritual time in their life. And it's, yeah, this is interesting. Oh my goodness, you guys. I don't know why, but like there is a clock, there's like the time next to me, and it is 444. So yeah, this is definitely something very significant here happening with them. And by the way, maybe that's also what's happening. I mean, for those of you guys who have a spiritual, excuse me, who have a future spouse who's not that spiritual, maybe they are having a spiritual awakening, or they have a lot of synchronicities happening to them, and it's just coming to a point where they cannot logically explain it anymore. It's kind of like their consciousness is expanding a little bit. They are starting to see things a little bit differently, and it's definitely a very exciting time in their life. But at the same time, I feel like there is this unknown energy attached to this. Excuse me, my dear. And unknown energies can sometimes, or circumstances can sometimes feel a little bit like uncertain, right? But coming back to the trust element I talked about in the beginning of the reading, I truly feel like your future spouse has a lot of trust in the journey that they're on, even if they don't understand it completely yet. Even if they have a lot of things happening to them which once again they can't quite understand, they trust the process, and whether they know it or not, but this trust is also coming from a very deeply connected place. Wow, this person is, wow, this is a beautiful journey. Definitely could be a spiritual awakening here. What I'm also getting is that I'm hearing the right people are coming at the right time. So this person could actually have a lot of new people entering their life through a lot of different ways. People who will play a big part in this spiritual journey of them, or maybe teach them a lot about this, and about the journey they're on, to understand it better, to once again expand their horizon. It just feels like they're also inviting souls into their life who will be of assistance to them in this journey. And very interesting, as I was saying that, I heard in my mind very clearly soulmates. So this person could actually be attracting soulmates into their life right now. Platonic soulmates, for example. Or, I mean, hey, maybe they're also attracting you and you are a spiritual, well, romantic soulmate for them. That could also be very much possible. Yeah, okay. This message is growing in, yeah, it's getting pretty dominant. So, pile 2, yes, I do feel like I mean, we are not there yet regarding the relationship. I will ask the relationship question later on in the reading, but I can already get for you guys that we have spiritual unions happening here. So if someone came into this reading wanting to get confirmation, or maybe looking for this message, it's definitely coming through here that you have a spiritual union and connection with your future spouse. And honestly, with all the energies coming through so far, what I can say is that your guys' relationship is definitely very deeply connected to also your spirituality. So, this is the kind of relationship in which it may trigger you into a self journey. It may make you understand more about yourself. You know, the spiritual aspect is very, very high. And in fact, for some of you guys, maybe even before incarnating here, you chose to experience a certain spiritual growth with this individual. So both of you guys coming together, there could also be a contract in here, like a soul contract, or of course, just generally speaking, you guys coming together, going on a spiritual journey together. Wow. This is a very major energy. So I don't know whether you guys are spiritual or not, because I don't see this. The only card I have, of course, is this here. So I don't know whether you guys already are on your spiritual journey or not. But I can say that within this relationship, it will grow in importance for you. I truly feel like you've never had this kind of relationship before. And this is so interesting. I'm getting so many messages regarding your guys' relationship, but it is what it is, you know? This is a very intimate, like a truly intimate connection. You know, it's like two souls coming together and truly sharing their authentic self with each other. It's something so sacred and so precious as well. It's wow. I really love this energy because it is full of love. And it is representing also the connection that we have to the divine, you know, whether we know it or not, but we're still connected. And I truly feel like your future spouse is exploring this connection, and there are a lot of things happening to them which they may not be able to explain, you know, and it's helping them to come out of their little maybe worldview and really see the world in a more expanded way, you know, not just recognize that we're living in a physical world, but actually everything is energy, and there is also a non-physical world here. And it's kind of like I don't know why, but you know, like in the Matrix, Morpheus, he shows to Neo like the blue and the red pill, and it's kind of like staying in the sleep or awakening to the reality of things. And for some reason I saw this, so I feel like your future spouse could definitely go through their own awakening and see beyond the matrix and the system that they're in, but also understand that they are a spiritual being having a human experience. So wow. Excuse me. You can see, you guys, a lot of things happening for your future spouse right now. I mean, this person is not going to be the same after this phase, okay? They're not. They will come out transformed, and I'm hearing it is just the beginning. So that's interesting. Another thing I would like to say is I truly feel like in this relationship, something is going to be very important. It's that you guys give each other space. Maybe you are someone who really needs their own space when in a relationship, and your future spouse could also be the same. But I truly feel like you guys allow each other to also have your own space, and it's going to be so nurturing for your relationship, even. Yeah, that's what I'm also getting here. Yeah, I'm hearing your future spouse right now is receiving a lot of messages. A lot of messages from their spirit guides and also from their higher self. And even though in the beginning, like they totally, like they didn't know how feel about it or maybe interpret it, the more time is going on, this person understands better how to understand these messages being sent towards them. So there is definitely this learning process also attached to this, to understand and learn what's being shared to them, what's being sent to them. Yeah, they're developing themselves. And what I'm also hearing for some of you guys, your future spouse could have been someone who was absolutely not spiritual and all that. And it is interesting how much they're actually, yeah, as I said, transforming themselves in a way, and they're definitely coming out a new person. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay, we already got a lot coming through. Now, my dear, I would like to get even more. I would like to see what else can we get about your future spouse, especially about who they are and their personality and stuff like that. So let's see, what do you need to know about who your future spouse is? Ooh. All right. Oh, too many cards, too many. All right. The first card we have is the Eight of Pentacles. Page of Cups. Ooh, too many. I'm only going to take up to 2, but not more than that. Queen of Swords. Six of Swords. The Magician. Oh my goodness. 1 second, you guys, love cards fell. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. Oh, you guys, let me make sure the cards look good because I don't see it from here. Okay. All right. And at the back of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles. So. For my beautiful pile, 2. What else do you need to know about your future spouse? Who are they? The first thing I would like to say is that this is someone who truly invests their energy into things, you know? This is not someone who starts something half-heartedly and then leaves it and then jumps to the next thing and then not ends it and then goes for the third thing. No, this is someone when they start something, when they put their mind into something, they truly put a lot of thought, a lot of energy, a lot of even investment, maybe even financially into it, you know. They do something wholeheartedly, and this truly is something that is a huge part of their personality, and you can find this in all kinds of areas in their life. So let's just say in relationships, this is someone who, when they start a relationship, they take it serious and they want to have a successful one. You know, they invest energy into it. They, of course, it's always like, not only like one person's job, but in relationships, for example, two people have to invest equally, right? And be committed to it and stuff like that. But when we look at their side, when we look at them, they're definitely committed. And I truly feel like this person loves to give when they are in a relationship, you know, once again, however it works out for them, whether it's through giving service, being there, being nurturing, or whether it's through financial support. But this is someone who, when you are in a relationship with them, you will not question whether this person is truly invested in you or is truly committed to you. No, you will not question it because everything they do, the way they also treat you, and the way they show up in the relationship is gonna speak for itself, you know? Another thing, I also feel like my dear pile 2, this person likes to. Yeah, okay. This is someone who likes to be of service, as I said, but it's something that is very deeply. It almost feels like a purpose to them, you know? Excuse me. So it could be the case that this person's work is actually attached to this. Maybe this person helps people out with something or gives their services. They provide some kind of solution, or yeah, it seems like they definitely make people's lives maybe even easier. And even if it's just being an inspiration, you know, I mean, there are so many different ways in which we can reach out to people and help them out, you know. I mean, for example, let's just say a doctor gives solutions when it comes to health problems, right? But a musician can also give a lot back through their music, through the beautiful, yeah, inspiring content that they share, right? Like there are so many different ways in which we can truly touch people's hearts. And I feel like your future spouse is also someone who gives back, you know? And you will also see this in your own relationship, that this is someone who will always be there for you when you reach out to them, when you want help, when you need help, even. So, yeah, this is something I'm seeing here. And I want to say that whatever occupation this person has or profession, they are very good at it. This is something I'm seeing. They are very hardworking and they are very skilled in what it is that they're doing. So they definitely know what they're doing. And for some of you guys, they could even have received some kind of recognition for their great work. That's another thing I'm getting. So, yeah, it seems like also they have some kind of information which may be very valuable, or through which they can help other people. Yeah, I feel like there is a lot of like different ways in which this person, I'm hearing, is needed as well. But this is definitely also a romantic at heart. That's another thing I would like to share. They love romance, they love love, and they enjoy, being in a relationship with a significant other. This is maybe someone who, you know, as I said in the beginning, of course, they also would like to have their own space, right? But this is someone who definitely loves to be in a relationship. They want to share their life or their love with another significant other. So it seems like whether you have met this person or not, but when you get to know them, they will be open to love. Or they will also want, I'm hearing, a good and healthy relationship. This is also someone who's not scared of starting new things. Sometimes, like, for example, let's just say someone is thinking about starting a new business, right? It can be very scary, right? Because there's like so much you need to think about or plan, or even the investment type of it, right? There is a lot going into it, and sometimes even just the thought can already be too much for some. But with your future spouse, they're very good at starting new things, and they don't mind being the beginner. Very often people start something and they want to already be like the master, but things take time, and this person understands that. And I also feel like they're very patient, by the way, but they don't mind being the beginner, because I'm hearing there is beauty in every single step of the way. This is sweet. So maybe this is something they say, or kind of like how they look at things, that every step has its value, and that even if you are at a start of something and you are not there at the finish line, still there is so much beauty throughout the journey. I feel like your future spouse will also be very supportive of you when it comes to your ideas and the projects that you want to start, that you want to bring to life. The creative energy, even, they will be very supportive of it. Because very often, let's just say you have a great idea and you may share it with like 10 people, and all of them may be no sayers, right? Like giving you so many reasons as for why it will not work out or why you shouldn't do it. And of course, I mean, sometimes it's coming from a place of love to kind of give us a different perspective, or just warning us, regarding certain things that could happen. But some people just say no because they don't want us to succeed, or they don't want us to do better than them, to you know, start something for ourselves, whatever it may be. And I truly feel like, my dear pal, to your future spouse is the kind of person who will be a yes sayer. Of course, they will make you aware of the things you need to know, but they will believe in you. That's the difference. They will believe in you, and as long as it is something you want to do, they will be very supportive of it. So I truly feel like, my dear pal, too, and it's so interesting because we're still not there regarding the relationship aspect. I will ask this after this spread, but I'm getting relationship messages coming through, so the relationship aspect definitely plays a huge role today for your reading. But as I was saying, I feel like this is gonna be the kind of relationship in which you have a lot of support from your spouse. Whether it's business ideas, whether it's just hobbies you want to start, whatever it may be, I truly feel like you have someone that is motivated and is inspired by you and it's believing in you, most importantly. I'm hearing you could be the kind of couple that always starts new things and sees the most exciting places, that does the most daring things. Yeah, it seems like you guys, this is going to be a very explorative kind of connection, which makes a lot of sense. Also, looking into the spiritual aspect, right? There is a lot of exploration on a internal level, externally, together. I see a lot of that. And another thing I would like to say regarding your future spouse is your future spouse, my dear pal, to someone who I'm hearing is very protective of the things that they care about. Whether it's people or situations, things, whatever it may be, if something is valuable to this person, they're truly very protective of it, and you will also see it. This is interesting. Okay, I just saw two people walking, like, yeah, taking a walk, like, on the beach, and it looked like the sun was slowly coming down. Wow, such a beautiful, in a way, picture. Very romantic. So maybe for some of you guys, you're actually gonna take those trips and have those very romantic walks on the beach. Yeah, very random message, but that's what I saw. All right. Now, my dear, we already got a lot of messages coming through for your guys' relationship, but let's dive into it a little bit more. Yeah, let's see. For my beautiful pile, too. What do you need to know about your relationship? Let's see. What do you need to know about your guys' relationship? All right, so let's start. Ooh, the first card, the Tower. What a card to get. We have the Four of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. Ooh. Yeah, the Judgment card. The Ten of Cups, the Chariot card, and we have the World card. At the back of the deck, my dear, we have the Fool card. Excuse me. All right, okay, so let's see, what do you need to know? So, as I said, my dear, I mean, we already got a lot of messages regarding a relationship come through, right? But there is more. The first thing I would like to say, also with the Tower card being here, the Tower card is a card that can also symbolize awakening, right? And we had the theme of awakening in your reading throughout the whole yeah, the whole time. Also in the combination with the judgment card, which I find very, very interesting. It truly seems like there is a lot of unexpected things in this relationship for you to explore, and it will definitely lead you towards a much more, I'm hearing, divinely connected version of you. This is one of those relationships in which you will transform in this. You will not be the same person as you were in the beginning of this, but there is a lot of transformation in here. It's kind of like going through a transformational journey together, you and your future spouse. And also in the Tower card, we have these butterflies, right? And butterflies also symbolize change, transformation, and that's exactly what I'm seeing for you. I also feel like, my dear pal, too, you guys, this is gonna be a very healing relationship as well. It's kind of like for some, this relationship may actually trigger certain things in you, and it will also trigger, yeah, kind of make you aware that there is something within you that needs attention. And then at the same time, also, it's gonna bring a lot of healing. Yeah, this this reminds me a lot of spiritual unions in which two people come together, they trigger each other, they through their relationship, they get aware of certain sides of them that needs care, that may be wounded, and then there is like this healing process, afterwards. Like, first you have to become aware that there is a part of you that needs healing, and then you can heal it, right? And there is something very interesting in here as well regarding this. For some of you guys, of course, take it how it resonates, but I'm even seeing twin flame connections in here. Yeah, this is the kind of relationship in which there is a lot of growth happening, internally especially as well. Another thing, my dear pal, too, what I find very interesting is this is a relationship which is also bigger than you and your future spouse. For some of you guys, it does not only, yeah, it's not only about you guys, but it's also about other people. So for some, maybe you also have a, yeah, purpose or something like a, excuse me, my dear. So maybe you also have a, like, I would say, like a task or something you came here to do, such as, maybe raising the vibration of the planet or helping people, raising their consciousness, whatever it may be, but it feels very spiritually connected as well. And through this union, you and your future spouse together, you will actually also involve other people, and it's connected to your purpose. So you see this relationship, that's what I'm saying. It's so much bigger than just you guys, but it's truly also a purpose in it. Another thing I would like to say, I truly feel like in this connection or in this relationship, there is a lot of passion as well, especially coming from you. It's kind of like you are reconnecting with your passionate side, or you, for some of you guys, you are even discovering it. Maybe for some of you guys, you have never connected with this very passionate side of yourself, and this relationship is really gonna help you to explore it and really come back to it, is what I'm hearing. And it's beautiful because I see you being so much more fiery, so much more excited for life, for yourself, so much more inspired, is also what I'm hearing. Yeah, that's beautiful. I'm hearing the fire is ignited and the world is your stage, you know? You're gonna feel like you want to do so many different things because this passionate energy is gonna give you, yeah, a lot of energy, you know? And you're gonna put your mind into a lot of things that you want to, I'm hearing, create and that you want to share with the world. That's interesting, you guys. And as we have already seen, your future spouse is going to be very supportive of these things that you want to do. So, we talked about trust earlier, right? And I also would like to say that when I'm looking into your energy, you also have a lot of trust, not only in this relationship, but in life. You're gonna have a lot of trust in life and in yourself as well. I truly feel like, my dear pile 2, this is part of the transformation. It's almost like this is the end product of the transformation you're going through. This very energized, authentic, and passionate version of you. I'm hearing, I will no longer hide away. I will no longer dim my light. So that's interesting. Maybe for some of you guys, you know how incredible you are, how capable you are, but because of different reasons, you've not really shared, you know, your highest potential, or you haven't really mm, showed it that much. Maybe because some people just couldn't handle it, but you should not hide away just because some people cannot deal with how incredible you are, right? And I truly feel like when it comes to this energy, you are no longer hiding away. Let me tell you that. Absolutely not. In fact, I see you being so brave and so courageous, and I'm hearing you're moving ahead. This is interesting. Although this is a reading regarding your relationship, right? But we're getting quite a lot of emphasis on you. But that's actually something that makes a lot of sense because that's what your relationship is all about. You know, it's all about, of course, coming together, but also expressing your individuality, you know, being your own person and exploring and growing, also growing together, but also growing individually. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. You guys are here coming together, but you also create spaces for each other in which you can go back to and have your own time, you know, like a self care time, or focus on your own goals and the things that are dear to you. There is a lot of individuality in this energy, which is very beautiful. It's kind of like, yes, we are a team, yes, we are together, but we're not taking each other's identities away, or we are not dimming each other's lights. In fact, because of the strong love that we have for each other, we are supporting the other person and their vision and what it is that they're here to create. I also see animals around. It could be significant to someone. Another thing I would like to say is I feel like, my dear, there are going to be certain traits within you and within your future spouse which will be very different. But those differences are actually going to make this even more beautiful. Because both of you guys are coming together from different experiences, and when you come together there's going to be so much you can teach each other or share with each other that the other person doesn't know about or maybe has not experienced. So it's kind of like both of you guys are coming together with your own uniqueness, and together you can create something truly wonderful. But yeah, I see some differences here. But coming back to the relationship aspect, these differences will make, I'm hearing, your relationship even more exciting. Another thing, this is going to be a very secure relationship. And it's not just something that you are aware of, but something, even when it comes to your inner circle or other people around you, they're not going to question it, you know? Sometimes, for example, we may see a couple and, you know, maybe the things they tell us or the way they're behaving, we kind of know that there is some, um, like, instability in it. But then there are other couples, and we just can feel not only their love and, you know, the incredible foundation that the relationship was built in, but truly a very secure union, right? This is what I'm also getting for you guys. It seems to be very secure. Yeah, okay. Now, my dear, I would like to go to the next question, which is all about how would your future spouse describe you to others? Now, you can think of anyone, so I want to give you the possibility to set your attention. So, for example, let's just say, how would they describe me to their family, to their friends, to their colleagues, whatever it may be? Let's start. So, how will your future spouse describe you to others? Look at that. The first card we have is the Ace of Cups. The 5 of Swords. Oh my goodness. Too many cards. I only want up to 2, please. We have the Hierophant. The 4 of Wands. The Empress. Nine of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups turned over. And look at that. The 10 of Cups. Wow. At the back of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Alright, so for my beautiful pile 2, how would your future spouse describe you to others? The first thing I have to start with here is, and this is exactly how it came through, they would describe you as the love of their life. Oh my goodness, this is, yeah, they would say exactly that, you know, there is nothing more, like, you are the love of their life. And I'm hearing they're so grateful for having you. You are the person that they have waited for. And even though it took them a long time to meet you, or maybe longer than they expected, they wouldn't change anything, because the way everything has turned out, it was the right way, is what I'm hearing. And coming back to the question how they would describe you, as I said, they would describe you as their person. And okay, I'm also hearing soulmate, so, or twin flame, so this is definitely coming back in here. I feel like, my dear pal 2, your future spouse, they're gonna be pretty vocal when it comes to their affection for you. So they will not be so maybe on the quieter side regarding it, or not expressing it at all. But it doesn't matter whether you guys are somewhere with like a crowd of people, they will let those people know how much they care about you, how much they love you. This could definitely be a love language of them, you know, like words of affirmation, for example. It's coming through here. Another thing they would say regarding you is, or how they would describe you to others, is how beautiful you are. How beautiful you are inside and out. You have brought beauty in their life, and they are so grateful for, I'm hearing, this privilege. They've never met someone like you, and they truly feel like you are a blessing sent into their life. Coming back to the aspect of beauty, as I said, they would describe how beautiful you are inside and out, and that I'm hearing you have shown them what true beauty really is. That there is the beauty of the heart, there is the beauty of kindness, and also of how wonderful a person can be, how beautiful a personality can be. In a world in which beauty has to be superficial, or only the external things, the internal value sometimes may go down or may be lost. And with your future spouse and you, they see how precious it is. And you are an embodiment of that. At the same time, coming back to the other beauty, which is the physical beauty, I'm hearing, where should I start? So that your future spouse would definitely once again be very vocal regarding how beautiful you just are and how physically attracted they are towards you. I'm hearing you are their type. Yeah, we have a very strong physical attraction here, let me put it that way. Another thing your future spouse would say is they knew that you were the right person for them. I'm hearing they knew very early on that you are the spouse for them, you know? And that with you they want to build a life, they want to marry, they want to create something beautiful together. Yeah, so it seems like whether your future spouse is going to share this with you in the beginning of, for example, your relationship or dating phase or not, but they knew very early on that you are their life partner. Is what I'm hearing. And what I find so interesting is that other people see it. Other people see how happy you are, how happy your future spouse is, and it's kind of like it's one of those unions in which people are gonna see it as an example of what love can be, what a healthy relationship can look like, you know? I do feel like for some, yes, it could be the case that you're even gonna have a lot of jealous or envious people, because it's kind of like whenever a person has a lot going for them, you know, some jealous people may be hiding around, right, in the shadows. And well, people see the beautiful energy that both of you guys have, and they may be jealous of it as well, yes, because they would also want what you guys have, right? I feel like you, yeah, what your future spouse would also say, how they would describe you to others is you have taught them a lot about life. And it truly doesn't matter, you guys, how old you are or how old your future spouse is. Even if your future spouse is, according to other people, more experienced or whatever, there's always things we can learn from each other because we all have, once again, different experiences, right? And your future spouse would say exactly that. They would say that they have learned so much from you and they are so, so grateful for hearing your wisdom. So, your future spouse could describe you as someone who's very wise, someone who's very knowledgeable, and they're very grateful, I'm hearing, for your wisdom. Let me tell you, pile two, your future spouse, they put you on a very high pedestal, and I find it very interesting that the Queen of Pentacles, which is like the overall energy, is literally sitting on her pedestal. And this is not gender specific, so whoever you are, this is just the illustration here. Yeah, even the Empress, like, or the Hierophant, like there are a lot of people sitting on their pedestals here. All right. Now, my dear, I would say let's start with the candle wax reading. I have to bring your bowl, so I will be right back. Hey, pal, too, I am back. And yeah, let's start with your candle wax reading. I have your candle right here, so let's light it up for you guys. And then let's see what additional messages can we get for you regarding the question, excuse me, who you will marry, who your future spouse is. What do you need to know about, yeah, you, about them, about your connection? Let's see. Okay. All right. The first message, my dear, I'm receiving here is actually very interesting. So, what I'm getting is, and I don't think we got this message today for you. I think this is a new message. Yeah, I don't think we had this in your reading. So, this is all about the mental connection that you and your future spouse are gonna have. I feel like there is a lot of mental stimulation between you guys. And it seems like on a mental level, you guys are very compatible. And it's not only that, I mean, I'm truly getting that both of you guys are very intelligent people, and it's kind of like you guys coming together. You're very not the same, but like you're very similar in maybe the way you think or certain values that you have. And I truly feel like when it comes to this mental level, you guys, you get each other. And as I said, there's definitely a lot of mental stimulation in here. I see you guys in your living room, you know. By the way, I'm seeing a lot of coziness in this space. And I see you guys just, yeah, allowing yourselves to let your mind wander together, you know, your imagination. It's a very intimate thing, but on a different level, you know, not physically, but mentally speaking. It seems like both of you guys truly allow each other to, yeah, be yourself and speak about the things that are important to you. I see that you may spend hours talking about certain things that you are very interested in, or having conversations about different topics. And excuse me, and it feels truly very freeing, because with your future spouse, you're not worrying how they may feel towards something you say, or you know, whether you can say this or that in front of them, whether them judging you. You're not gonna have these kind of thoughts. You can truly just let everything go and just be you. And I truly feel like, my dear pile 2, another thing, you and your future spouse together, you guys are dreamers. Yeah, you're gonna spend time dreaming about all kinds of things. And there is this safeness here, you know, in the space, the security. This is truly a very special connection, my dear. Let me tell you that. And I also want to say that Okay, another thing. I truly feel like you and your future spouse, you guys know exactly how to um, comfort the other person when, for example, one of you guys feels a little bit down or upset, even. It feels like the other person knows how to maybe uplift their mood or make them feel better, which of course is a very sweet thing, right? Because we have those days sometimes in which maybe something didn't go as we planned, or we just feel like it's not our day, right? And it's nice to have a significant other that knows how to raise our mood. This is the kind of relationship in which, if one of you guys, let me see. Yeah, it's kind of like if one of you guys mm, is unsure regarding something or uncertain, they know that they can reach out to the other person. There is truly a lot of connection in here, and I also want to say that a certain level of friendship, like your future spouse could literally be your best friend as well. So maybe this is something that some of you guys also want in in a person, in a significant other. You value the precious energy that friendship can bring into a space, and you wish for that. Okay, this is very specific, but for someone, yeah, for someone, there is a decision that you will have to take in order to be in this connection. Of course, it could be very much connected to your, excuse me, my dear, excuse me, to your circumstance, to your situation with your future spouse, because every and each one of you guys, of course, has a different situation regarding the meeting and the circumstance in your life, in your future spouse's life. But I truly feel like there is like this decision that needs to be made in order for you guys to really be together. And I see that for some time you may actually resist it a little bit because maybe you are a little bit intimidated by the uncertainty that comes with taking this decision. But what I can say and see is that this decision is gonna be the one that will um, make this possible. You know, one example that I always like to use when it comes to these kind of energies is, for example, let's just say, and this is just an example, doesn't have to resonate, but let's just say for some of you, this is a long term, excuse me, a long distance, not long term, long distance relationship, right? Of course, I mean, obviously, if there is long distance, maybe eventually one person or both has to move, right, to come closer or make this happen. So, this is the kind of decision I'm speaking about. However, it doesn't have to apply to this kind of situation, it can also be something totally different. But I see that, I mean, this relationship is something that you prioritize, that you value so, so much, and I'm hearing you will take the right decision for yourself. And this decision will bring you closer to this person, okay? So, this is just an additional message, I guess. Another thing, my dear pal, too, and this is more so about you. because I'm getting your spirit guides coming through, and your spirit guides want you to understand that you are, I'm hearing you are on the journey, on the right journey, and they are guiding you. So know that you're not alone, you are protected, and you are guided by them. They are here. This is what I'm hearing. We are here, and we love you. Your spirit guides want you to know that they have a lot of love for you. Well, this is interesting because, I mean, obviously, this is not a spirit guide reading, but especially when it comes to candle wax readings, I mean, I cannot really control the messages that come out. I just set the intention. But of course, especially if you are guided by your spirit guides, you know, they may sometimes come and sneak a message in. But I truly feel like there is a reason for that, you know? Maybe someone needed to hear this. They need to hear how much their spirit guides care and how much they love you. Yeah, I feel like there is a lot of meaning in this message. All right. So, my dear pal, too, this is all I have for you guys for today. This was a pretty long reading. Now, if you would like to claim this energy and this reading for yourself, let's go with a flower emoji. Drop any flower emoji of your choice in the comment section below if you would like to claim this energy for yourself. As always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload and you pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal too. Take care, my dear. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? What do you need to know about the person? Now, first of all, my dear, I would like to get you one archetype card to see to see right now what energy your future spouse is in, what archetype is presenting them and their life right now the best. And it doesn't matter whether you have met this person already or not. This is for all of you guys. But let's see what's happening with their energy, with them. What do you need to know? For my beautiful pal 3, let's get you an archetype card. Let's see, let's see. All right, and we have the pioneer archetype, and it says passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Interesting. All right, okay. So there are a couple of messages that I'm receiving. So the first thing, my dear, I feel like is your future spouse is someone who's not scared to be unconventional, or they're not scared to live a life that's a little bit maybe out of the norm or out of a certain like traditional thing. Because I mean, of course it depends on where your future spouse is coming from, right? And where they live, because depending on like from society to society, things can be very different regarding traditions and all that, right? But I truly feel like your future spouse is someone who thinks outside of the box, and this is something that has been, yeah, you could say within them since a very young age. You know, they always felt like maybe a little bit different, or they felt like the things they want to do in life or the path that they want to take in life looks very different from the people that they know or the people around them. And it's kind of like something has always made this person stand out. And a lot of people don't want to stand out, right? They're actually scared of it because they don't want to get attention. They just want to be like everyone else. But then there are people who are just so unique and so special and so incredible with their personality and their life, just the way like they really dance the, like with their own music. They're not listening to someone else's music, and this is just like metaphorically speaking, but they're really doing their own thing. And this is your future spouse here. So I really feel like when you get to know your future spouse, for some of you guys maybe you already have, for others you will meet them, but you will see that there is truly something about this person that you've never experienced before. And I feel like when you are in this person's presence, they make you feel very special. And it's not just you. I feel like it's just their energy. When people spend time with this person, whether it's friends, family, or in your example, romantic relationship, right? A romantic partner, people truly feel very seen and heard by them. And yeah, very safe is also what I'm hearing. But I want to say that through this person's unique spirit, you definitely also get inspired to be a little bit more courageous, or I'm hearing dare a little bit more, risk a little bit more, and to let out the side of yourself that you may sometimes hide away because you don't know whether other people will be accepting of it or not. It's kind of like this person reminds us, all of us, all of us is deserving of being seen, is deserving of being experienced and stuff like that. So this is someone who will truly inspire you to be your authentic self, but truly to not be someone who other people tell you to be, but to be the person that you truly are, to do the things that you truly want to do. This actually reminds me of, sometimes like parents want their children to go on a certain path career wise, maybe because it's a family business, or they just have certain expectations. And then there are this like rebellious children who don't care about that, and they want to do their own thing. They want to live their own life and do what they're interested in and what they want for themselves. This is for some reason, like, this example came into my mind. I think it fits, like the energy fits, this example fits actually this card very, very well, to really go with what it is that you want, what it is that you feel passionate about or love to do, rather than just following someone else's direction. And they're also not scared of being the first. Now, let me explain what I mean by that. Excuse me. Sometimes, let's just say someone wants to create a business, right? But they don't know anyone who has created this kind of business before. And sometimes some people may find some security in looking at other people who have already done what they want to do, to kind of see how they have done it, which steps they have taken and stuff like that, right? But this is someone, they don't care about these things. They just do their own thing. And if they are the first person on planet Earth to do something, they're gonna go for it. And this is really the risk taking I'm speaking about, because yeah, for some people maybe it's too risky. For others, without risk, there may not be opportunity. So this is their mindset, and truly I feel like it has brought them actually love, success, and a lot of I'm hearing growth, because I'm hearing where other people stepped out or where other people gave up, this person continued. Yeah, definitely a pioneer. With the heart being here as well, I feel like what this person does, it's truly coming from a place of love. And I want to emphasize once again that I truly feel like this person does something that they love, that they have fun with, or that truly gives them a purpose. This doesn't feel like someone who's doing something they absolutely hate, they have to do because, well, they have to pay the bills. This is not the kind of energy here. And I feel like right now, this person is really focusing, on their goals, and they're really focusing on creating the things that they have put their mind into. So their pioneer spirit is really taking on, yeah, you could say the first priority right now in their life. And this person is full of ideas, full of things that they want to achieve, that they want to create, and yeah, they're just, I'm hearing they're doing their thing, and this is really what I feel like they're very occupied. Yeah, this person right now is very busy with all this creative outlook that they are, yeah, experiencing here. But they're a very passionate person. That's something I'm seeing so, so clearly. And I also feel like, my dear pile 3, this is this is someone who is the inspiration for a lot of people. I'm seeing, especially, there are a lot of younger people looking up to them. Maybe like people or children or young adults who aren't in like the work life yet, but they look at this person and they get very inspired, by the passion, by their fire, by their inspiring nature. It's just like, when you look at this person and their work ethics and the things that they do, it's kind of like you also want to find something in your life that brings you so much joy, or brings you um, so much happiness, something that you're so passionate for. It's kind of like you also want to go and search for, I'm hearing, for your purpose. Very beautiful. And this is also someone who gets people very excited. For example, through their speech, through the things they say. They could also be a great storyteller. It just seems like for example, when this person talks, they receive all the attention, and you genuinely listen. Like, you really listen to them. Okay, for someone, not for everyone, but for someone, this person could also be very interested in, like, science, is what I'm hearing. And they could also have a very young spirit to them. So, no matter how old they are, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm really talking about their energy. It could be very young. It's kind of like when you spend time with this person. Yeah, there's like also this playful energy to it. Very light energy, I would say. Another message, my dear. This is interesting. What I heard was, this is someone who's also very good at. Um, okay, let's just say someone in their life is maybe a little bit self-sabotaging. I really feel like this is someone who can, like, who you can talk to and who will make you aware of those negative traits that you have which are holding you back. It's kind of like a little bit, I would say, motivational speaker, but not like professionally necessarily, but just personally, you know. This is someone like when you go to them, they have a lot of great advice, and they also, this person can very much trigger a like self empower or like self improvement kind of journey. But I really feel like if you, let's just say you're a friend of them and you're struggling with something, when you approach this person with your problem, they they're very good at making you aware of the things that you may not see. For example, that the self-sabotaging tendency may be coming from a deep fear that you have. For example, the fear of success. Yeah, this is someone who's very good at making people, I'm hearing, okay, this is what I heard. This is someone who's very good at making people feel good about themselves again. Because every now and then people may go through something that makes them disconnect from themselves, right? And it's kind of like this person is very good at reconnecting you to yourself, or at least seeing how great you are, you know, because very often we are so harsh on ourselves, and we only see the negative or the things that we're not really good at. But there are so many things that we are good at and that we have, which are strengths, right? Not only the weakness, like the weakness, but also we have a lot of strength. But a lot of people tend to only see or look at the weakness they have, right? And this is someone who may even help you shift your perspective a little bit. If you have this person as a spouse, I really feel like on a daily basis, they will always lift you up and inspire you and motivate you. This is the kind of energy I'm receiving here. By the way, for some of you guys, you could have also been drawn to Pal 1. If this is the case, then feel free to watch it. If not, then as always, just stick with this one here. All right, now I would like to get a little bit more information about your future spouse and their personality and who they are. Let's see, let's see. For my beautiful pile, ooh, pile 3. Oh my goodness. Who will you marry? Who's your future spouse? What else do you need to know about this person? Okay, we have a lot of cards. This card fell on the floor. We have the Queen of Swords. Another queen, the Queen of Wands. The Ten of Cups. The Page of Cups. Oh my goodness. You guys, all the cards fell on the floor. However, the Hermit card fell on the table. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay. Let's continue. We have the Strength card. The Eight of Wands, and let's get you guys one last card. And the Page of Wands. All right, okay. At the back of the deck, my dear, we have the Three of Cups. All right, so for my beautiful pile 3, what else do you need to know about the question who you will marry, who your future spouse is? The first thing I would like to start with here is I really feel like, my dear pal 3, your future spouse. Okay, there are two things you need to know about this person. First of all, I feel like this is someone who loves the company of, their loved ones, the people they care about, friends and family, right? They also love to spend time with them. They love to have them around. There is no doubt about that. However, this could be someone who prefers less company, like they prefer to have a few good people in their life than, let's say, a ton of people, but there are no genuine connections. So this is someone who is very happy with having just a few people, but I'm hearing real people, real connections. And I also want to say that one thing you should know about this person is that they're not scared of being alone or being by themselves. And in fact, I feel like they get inspired, when they are by themselves. They love being by themselves. This person is definitely in great company when they are, alone. And I'm like, when I said alone, I immediately heard alone, but not lonely. Exactly. Because just because a person is alone doesn't mean that they're lonely. In fact, some people may feel the loneliest around a crowd of people, right? So this is definitely someone who loves to also have self time, and they're thriving in it. Yeah. And I also feel like, my dear pal 3, this is someone who's very protective of themselves. So they don't joke around when it comes to having the right people in their life and keeping the wrong people away. I also feel like this is someone who has great boundaries. Someone who, yeah, truly doesn't tolerate disrespect or people stepping on those boundaries. Yeah, they don't joke around. That's really true. They don't joke around when it comes to the boundaries here. Another thing I like, I find very interesting about your future spouse is it seems like a lot of people look up to them. And I think we already got this message coming through earlier, or maybe similar to it. But right now, I'm getting this message coming through again that there are people looking up to them. There are people who have a lot of respect for this person and what they have done, and how far they've come. That's another thing. For some of you guys, this person could also be very physically strong. That's another thing I'm seeing here. Interesting. And this is someone who a lot of people have trust in. I'm hearing trustworthy. A lot of people see this person as trustworthy. Another thing you should know about this person's personality, they see they see the good in people. You know, sometimes people have like an optimistic view on life or a pessimistic view on others, right? With this person, they're definitely more so optimistic. But still, this doesn't mean that they're just going to allow anyone into their life. Absolutely not. As I said, they have their boundaries, but still, they believe in the good side of life. They know there are bad people out there. They know that there are also bad things out there. However, they still believe in the good, you know? So when you are with them, you're gonna see that they are very optimistic. And I'm hearing you're gonna like it a lot about them. Yeah. Another thing, so I already talked about the fact that this is someone who has a inner circle that is very strong, right? And I'm seeing in particular two friends, like two best friends of them who have, I'm hearing, influenced this person greatly in a very positive way. These friends could be friends from like childhood, from kindergarten or school, you know, like friends with a lot of history, I'm hearing. So, yeah, and this is what I'm talking about. It seems like they have very strong connections that go very deep and are also very, very old. Like, very old connections that may even go, oh my goodness, excuse me, that may even go to like childhood, all the way to childhood. And what I'm hearing is that you will get along with those friends really, really well. Another thing, my dear pile 3, I would like to share regarding this person's personality is it seems like this is someone who's very quick when it comes to maybe taking actions, or they could even be a quick thinker. It's another thing I'm getting. But also with the Eight of Wands being here, it seems like when this person does something, you know, they do it very fast, or when they think about, let's say, an idea, they bring it to life pretty fast. They don't really, I'm hearing, waste time. They really like to go for it, to try it. Yeah, that's once again this risk taker kind of mentality, right? To just go for it. But I wouldn't say it's anything negative. It's just the way they are, you know? For them, they would have rather tried it and failed than not trying at all. Another thing, this person loves summer, and I'm also hearing spring. They like when, okay, specifically speaking about summer here, I'm hearing they like when nature, I'm hearing the sun, and also when nature is full of life, you know, like in spring when everything blooms or starts to bloom and start like stuff like that. That's really when I'm hearing, they can literally feel the energy that comes from nature, and it also energizes them. So maybe the winter is more so the time in which this person becomes a hermit, but in summer they truly come out and they really yeah, feel all the life vibrating around them. Yeah, this could be someone who's more so into the warmer climate or the warmer seasons, I would say. For some of you guys, this person may also have a pet that's very close to them, or maybe if it's not right now, it could be maybe in the past they had a pet that was very close to them. For some, I'm even hearing a pet that passed away, unfortunately. And this person also loves kids. And of course, they get how it resonates, right? But they may also want to have children if they don't have any already. But I just feel like they love to be around, once again, like bundle of energies. And children definitely are so playful and so optimistic, and so energetic. And sometimes it, like, this energy is just so contagious, right? Like when you watch children, their excitement also excites you in a way. And that's very sweet here. I'm seeing someone being at a lake or a sea. Is it a lake or a sea? I can't quite. Okay, it looks like a sea. This is okay. This could be someone who loves to be near or close to a body of water. Maybe they feel very connected to the element of water. And for some reason, I heard Aquarius. Take it how it resonates, but it came through. But coming back to the message, I feel like this person may love to be around water, listening to it, watching it. It's just, it brings them a lot of joy. Maybe when this person plans a trip, they could also like to go to places where there is a beach or where there is some kind of sea, stuff like that. This is also someone who I'm hearing who has done a lot of inner work. And it doesn't matter whether this person is spiritual or not, whether this person knows anything about like certain concepts like shadow work and stuff like that. It doesn't matter. Maybe for them, they just went to a therapist and they healed certain things from their childhood or from a few years ago, whatever it may be. But I feel like this person has done some work either by themselves or with a professional who has helped them, for example. But this person has dived into deep waters, is what I'm hearing, and they have really looked into, yeah, sides of them that maybe needed attention or needed their love, and they were able to really, I'm hearing, heal themselves, which was a process, which was something that also took time. It wasn't just something they did in a day or overnight. It was a process, but it really, yeah, it allowed them to reconnect with themselves and really understand who they are. It was very crucial, is what I'm hearing, because it made them very strong. It made them strong from the inside. Another thing, my dear pal 3, this could also be someone who loves flowers, and this reminds me of the message that I had for you, which was all about the spring energy, right? So it could be the case that, well, they love when in spring the flowers come out, or this could also be someone who loves to give you flowers. So their love language could also be gift giving, or in particular, they like to give flowers to the people that they love. I'm hearing, why wait till people pass away to give them flowers if you can give them the flowers right now when they are alive? You know, this person loves to share this positive energy and the beauty of life. And flowers are truly a beautiful expression of the beauty that this world has to offer, right? I mean, all the different colors, all the different flowers, it's just different sizes. It's amazing. And they see that. They see the beauty that sometimes other people may overlook, unfortunately. All right. Now, my dear, I would like to look into the relationship of you and your future spouse. Let me get you your cards. Okay. So, let's start for my beautiful pal 3. Let's look into the relationship between you and your future spouse. What do you need to know about your guys' relationship? The first card we have is the Queen of Pentacles. The King of Cups. The Knight of Swords turned over. The Two of Wands. Okay. We have the Magician card. Also the Four of Swords here. Oh, okay, let's see. The Justice card and the Two of Cups. At the back of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. All right, okay. So for my beautiful pile 3, what else do you need to know? Let's see, let's see. The first thing I would like to say regarding the question of your relationship is, I have to talk about the emotional connection that you and your future spouse have, because it's very strong. There is no doubt about the fact that this was a love marriage. You know, this is you guys coming together and you guys falling in love very, very deeply and wanting to spend your life with each other. Your relationship definitely starts off very romantically, I would say, and you guys will organically fall in love with each other. It's also very mutual. It's not like one person is in love with the other person, but the other person is not, and they don't know about it, you know? No, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like two people come together and they together fall in love, and it's pretty obvious to both of them. Not only because of the incredible attraction which is there, you know, which both of you guys feel, and which makes you guys like magnets, you know, really being drawn towards the other person, but it's also this emotional connection that's going to grow, I would say, also very early on. Like sometimes it takes a while for people to maybe emotionally connect, but other times like two people connect and or meet for the first time, and even within the first meeting they just feel so connected. It just seems like they have always known each other. There's this familiarity. That's the kind of energy I see for you guys. So your relationship will start pretty. Okay, this is interesting. I heard very simple, not complex or dramaful. No, this is just the simple version of what love is and what makes love so beautiful, It is organic, it is natural, it is. I'm hearing it is right. For a lot of you guys, of course, take it how it resonates, but for the majority of you guys, this is a new person. If you haven't met them yet, it's gonna be a new person. And I truly feel like this new beginning that this person brings into your life is gonna be welcomed by you. What I find so beautiful about this energy is that I truly feel like both of you guys are going to be ready for each other, because sometimes, unfortunately, maybe two good people meet each other. However, the circumstance is not right, the timing is not good, and even though two good people have met each other, it may not be able to work out because there are like so many things that are holding the relationship back. And I really feel like for you, my dear pal 3, when you meet, of course, for those of you guys who haven't met them yet, when you meet, you're gonna be ready, they're gonna be ready, and the timing is gonna be very well. I'm hearing both of you guys want love, both of you guys are available and ready for love, and emotionally speaking, once again, like this emotional energy is coming through. Emotionally speaking, both of you guys are not only on a great, like in a great place, but you're ready. You're able to receive love. You're able to give love, There is not like an emotional blockage. Excuse me, my dear. Another thing, my dear pile 3, there are, like in a relationship, sometimes, unfortunately, there is like someone who's giving and the other person just like receiving, but the other person is not really receiving anything back. It's kind of like just one person giving, 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 and the other person's just receiving, but there's like no equal give and take. I feel like like with this relationship, it's a very fair relationship, Both of you guys love to give, but both of you guys also love to receive from the other, and it makes it very equal. It makes it very, I'm hearing, fair, and it's not like a task that both of you guys feel like you need to fulfill, but it's truly something both of you guys love to do and enjoy, And I feel like your future spouse is gonna love to surprise you. I don't know whether you like surprises or not, but your future spouse does, and they love to surprise other people. I mean, people they love and care about, and they will love to surprise you. That's what I'm getting here. Oh, it's so sweet, you guys. It's very sweet. This is gonna be probably the partner in your life who, like, from all the partners you've had so far, if you, of course, have had any, um, this is the one that cares the most about you. You know, the other day I don't know where I heard it. I don't. Where was it? I don't remember. But um, there was like this question: what does love actually mean? What means love? And then the answer was love means seeing another person or another thing as a part of you. And this is really what I'm seeing here, because it's kind of like, you guys, the love that you have for each other, you are a team, you are one, and you can always count on the other person. You always know that you're supported by them. And I also want to say that love in its purest form, it can also be very, very healing. And I feel like this relationship for a lot of you guys is also gonna be very healing for you. Especially for those of you guys who unfortunately have experienced a lot of negativity in the past regarding relationships. If you have had relationships with people who maybe were toxic or did not treat you the way you deserve to be treated, sometimes these experiences, they can leave their mark, right, or influence us still. In this relationship, you're gonna see what love really is, and I'm hearing you're gonna heal. You're gonna heal those parts of you who thought that they will never find a good love, a healthy love, because it's absolutely what you deserve, my dear pal 3. You are deserving of a love that is genuine, that is real, that is loving, right? And that wants the best for you. And I really feel like I need to emphasize that, because sometimes, unfortunately, when we have experienced certain things, we may feel like, well, am I actually deserving of something good or of these things that I want? And let me be the voice here for you. You absolutely do. There is no doubt about that. You are deserving of good things. Okay? I know we're going off topic, but I truly feel like this message is so important for someone and it needs to be said. So I want to repeat it one more time. You are absolutely deserving of all the good things that you want. In fact, you're only deserving of good things in your life. This is a very sweet love, my dear pile 3. And I truly, truly feel like this is going to be a great relationship that you can look forward to. Now, I would like to go to the next question, my dear, which is the last question before the candle wax reading. And it's all about, how would your future spouse describe you to others? And I want to give you guys a moment and the opportunity to think about a person or people that you want to refer this to. So, for example, let's just say some of you guys ask yourselves, how does my future spouse describe me to other people, to their family, to their friends, to their colleagues? You can think of something very specific even. So keep that in mind. And yeah, I want to start. So let's see, how will your future spouse describe you to the people you're thinking about, the people on your mind? How will they describe you to others? How will Pal 3's future spouse describe them to other people? Let's see, let's see. We have the 5 of Cups in reverse, the 5 of Swords, or no, this, yeah, okay. Oh my goodness. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the High Priestess. Okay. Ooh, the Ten of Pentacles. My goodness. The Four of Cups. We also have the Strength card. Let's get you guys one last card. And we have the Three of Wands. All right, okay. You guys, I'm already getting so many different messages coming through. And at the back of the deck, we have the Moon card. All right, let me dive straight into the messages. The first thing, my dear pal 3, I heard about the question, how your future spouse would describe you to others is, they would describe you as the person who can always bring them out of a dark phase. So, of course, all of us may go through tough times at times, right? And sometimes we go through phases in our life which are especially difficult. And what your future spouse is saying is, no matter how tough the day was, when they come back to you, you always make them feel so much better. Just being in your presence, just being exposed to your energy is already such a blessing to them. They are so grateful for having you. You guys, I cannot even describe this enough. They're so grateful, not because of what you do to them or what you do for them, but just for who you are. Just who you are. They're so grateful for the incredible person that you are. And what I'm hearing is that for your future spouse, you entering their life, it was like, I'm hearing it was like honestly winning the lottery. Let me explain what I mean by that, because you are such a precious and such a rare person. You are someone like one in a million. Ending up with someone like you is not only a blessing, but it's also so rare. And they're so grateful that they are, I'm hearing, deserving of you, or that they are worthy. Wow, this person thinks very highly of you, as you may hear. Your future spouse would describe you as someone who's very abundant, is what I'm hearing. Someone who is internally abundant, but also externally. You know, when it comes to you, you are not a half looking for your other half, but you're already full by yourself, and you are already everything that that you need in life, and everything else that enters your life is kind of like an extra thing. You are so strong within yourself. This is something this person admires about you a lot, that, and this is what they see in you. They see someone who has a great connection with themselves, and they admire that about you. They admire how strong you are within yourself, and how, I'm hearing, loving you are towards yourself as well. So for some of you guys, maybe you like to do a lot of self-care, a lot of self-love, and this person is going to see it in your relationship, and they're going to be also very inspired by that, by the way. But they're going to love that about you, that you take such good care of yourself. And it speaks about how much you value yourself, you know, because you make time to nurture yourself, to take care of yourself. That's wonderful. Excuse me. But this abundance is much more than that. I feel like you are very good grounded within yourself as well, very secure within yourself. And by the way, for some of you guys, if you're watching this and you don't feel like you're there yet, this is when you are with your future spouse. So it could be the case that right now you are working towards your a goal, or you're working on yourself, and this is where you're heading towards. You're heading towards a very well grounded person. And I also want to say someone who's very confident in themselves. Not to say that some of you guys aren't confident. I mean, you could already also be there, but for others, maybe you are still on the journey towards it. And what I'm seeing as well, another thing is that your future spouse would describe you, and this is very interesting, as very different from them. These differences could literally be physical, but they could also be more so connected to the internal um, level, like inside who you are could be very different from each other. But I'm hearing they're very grateful because it has exposed them to a lot of new experiences that they wouldn't have had otherwise. And I'm hearing your future spouse would describe you as someone who they have learned so many things from. Oh, I've heard your future spouse would describe you as the person that they love, as the one for them, as their life partner, the person that they care about, the person that they love. That's you. Okay, this is interesting. Maybe this is something your future spouse will say, but I'm hearing your future spouse, like, okay, I'm getting a scenario, and someone will ask your future spouse what they felt when they first met you. And I'm getting that your future spouse would say that when they first met you, there was this like very mysterious energy about you that really caught their attention. And this mysterious energy was just so alluring and so mesmerizing. So, oh my goodness, you guys, we're getting some additional messages coming through here. So, within the first meeting, for those of you guys who have met them, this is how they felt towards you. For those who haven't, this is how they will feel towards you. But you're definitely coming forward with a very beautiful, I'm hearing mysterious energy. Coming back to the differences, maybe the differences are also gonna emphasize those mysterious energy. Oh my goodness, okay. Another message regarding the question how your future spouse would describe you to others. What I'm hearing is they would describe you as the person that they try to manifest. So your future spouse could actually be actively manifesting you, my dear. Either literally you, in the sense that if you guys already know each other, or if you don't know each other, someone like you, they know what they want in a person, they know what kind of partner they want to have, and you are a embodiment of it, kind of. And when they will meet you, they will recognize you as this manifestation, or as this partner, the significant other that they wished for, or they really wanted to have in their life. And one more thing, my dear pal 3, there is divine timing in your energy. There is divine timing in this union. That's another thing I wanted to express here. Another thing, my dear, if you remember in the beginning of the reading, we talked about the incredible, unique energy that your future spouse has, right? That they are doing their own thing. They are very, yeah, they're just in their own world, right? Like they're doing their own thing, they're going on their own path. They don't mind when they stand out, when they are unique. And what I'm seeing regarding the question regarding how they would describe you to others, there is a part of you that's also very similar. There is also about you that may be a little bit unconventional or maybe not so traditional. And this side of you is one that your future spouse will discover, and they love that. They love this side of you that is just so authentic, and so unique. And they would also describe this to other people. And by the way, I feel like this side of you, of course, it can be anything for every and each one of you guys, right? Love different things. But for someone, it could even be this like spiritual side of you. Or maybe the interests that you have. I mean, for example, you're watching a tarot reading, right? So maybe you're into tarot or you're into certain like spiritual stuff that could be very unconventional, especially where you are from, and this is just an example. It doesn't have to resonate, but it could be something like that. And they're going to be very excited about it because you're very similar in that sense to them, in which you're also not scared of showing a unique side of you that other people may not be familiar to or may even not accept, but you're doing your own thing. So you see, although we have some differences between you and your future spouse, there are also similarities, which I feel like connect you very, very strongly because you get each other when it comes to those similarities. All right. Now, my dear, I would like to start with the candle wax reading. Now, I have to get your bowl and your candle, so I will be right back. Hey, Pal 3, welcome back. Now, let's start with your candle wax reading. As always, I have your candle right here, so let's start. All right, as always, my dear, as always, please give me a moment and then let's see what messages we can get for you regarding the question who you will marry, who your future spouse is. Any messages? Let's see. Okay, the first message, my dear, this is interesting. I don't think I've received this message yet for you guys, so this is a new message. What I'm seeing is that your future spouse is someone who's also very responsible, and they like to they like responsibility. Now let me explain what I mean by that. I really feel like this person, they like to also be I'm hearing provider for some reason. So for some of you guys, take it how it resonates. But this person may like to provide certain things for you. They may like to help you out with certain things. This person is very confident, but I think through all the messages that we got previously, it was pretty clear, right, that this is someone who's very confident, but now we're receiving this message specifically. Okay, I'm hearing a very interesting message. When you meet this person and when you are with them, you're gonna understand why it didn't work out with all the previous ones. This is interesting. And I'm hearing because it wasn't meant to, because this is your person. And you're gonna be very grateful for. I'm hearing the fact that things didn't work out with the previous ones because I'm hearing I didn't knew that great people like that are even, yeah, on earth. Like, maybe unfortunately, because of your previous experiences, which weren't the best, you thought that everyone is like that, or most people are like that, or you thought that, well, there are no good people out there. And then this person is kind of gonna, I would say, prove you otherwise, you know? I feel like when it comes to you stepping into this relationship, and this goes hand in hand with the previous message I got regarding the fact that this is a relationship which is just so natural, you know, like so simple, right? I really feel like this relationship is gonna show you that good things good things come in your life when I'm hearing when you're ready for them for some reason. Another thing, my dear, one second. I'm receiving a message. Yeah, this is interesting. I feel like when it comes to your future spouse and you, they will more so be the one. I mean, of course, it depends on your situation, so take it how it resonates. But for most of you guys, your future spouse is going to be the one asking you out or pursuing you. And even for those of you guys who may sometimes have some kind of resistance in the beginning of a relationship, I feel like with your future spouse, it's gonna be pretty smoothly. You know, it's gonna be very easy for you, like this transition from being single to being in a relationship. You're not gonna be too resisting, but actually going to be very welcoming. I feel like it has once again something to do with the fact that both of you guys are truly ready for this. Both of you guys are ready for love. Both of you guys are available for it. You're able to receive and give it. So maybe that's also why we're not getting so much resistance. But it's of course also about the people in general. I mean, you see your future spouse and they are a great person, and you don't have a reason to say no to them because you truly want this. You know, you truly want to see where this relationship can go. And of course, I mean, we have had the element of love as well, right? Like you are in love with each other. So of course he would like to take this to the next level and give the relationship a chance. And something like something small such as asking the other person out is going to turn into with time marriage, right? And it's something, what I really love about your pile. Very often people think that love has to be full of drama to be real. It has to be very loud. It has to be like a um, roller coaster, you know. But love can also be peaceful. Love can also be. Excuse the cut, my dear. Love can also be something that is slow and silent. It doesn't have to be screamed around. It can also just be something that you feel deeply in your heart. And I really love that when it comes to the kind of love you and your future spouse share for each other, you really listen to your heart. You're not listening to what others tell you love is or how you're supposed to share it with other people or present it. No. And this goes back to the uniqueness of you and your future spouse. You're not scared of doing your own thing, and it also shows in your relationship. When other people tell you, for example, go and share it on social media, let it known everywhere, you and your future spouse may want to keep your privacy. or something different, you know? It just seems like you're really doing your own thing, and it makes your love even more beautiful because it's not attached to certain expectations, but it's just what you guys want it to be. This is the kind of love that makes you be free. A love that doesn't trap you, but a love that makes you um, not only inspired, but it makes you feel what real freedom actually is, which for a lot of people may sound very contradicting because being in a relationship, you know, of course, there are certain things that you have to compromise on, but real love doesn't trap. It actually makes us feel so free and so alive, right? And this love will also make you feel very free and very inspired, that's for sure. Very, very inspired. In fact, I feel like for you and your future spouse, a love inspiration for your daily tasks or the things that you do, work and stuff, is going to come from the love that you share with each other as well, which is very sweet. All right, my dear pal 3, this is all I have for you guys for today. This was a very long reading. Now, if you would like to claim this energy for yourself and this reading for yourself, let's go with a sun emoji. Drop a sun emoji in the comment section below if you would like to claim this energy for yourself. As always, if you haven't, I also invite you to subscribe to the channel. If you do, my dear, don't forget to hit the bell because otherwise you may not get notified when I upload any pick a card or candle wax reading. And my dear, as always, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I invite you there as well. My beautiful pal 3, take care, my dear.